Hey everybody, welcome back to the Creation Station. It's time for DeepMind 12. Get ready. A couple of surprises under the hood that I didn't see coming. Let's begin with A100 Rhodes. This is going to be my favorite 10 or 12 patches. Okay, here we go. And it's kind of surprising that in an analog synth, or something that's supposed to be just a simple little analog synth, doesn't have these kind of percussive envelopes normally. But, you know, I guess with the hard sync options in oscillators 1 and 2, where you can really dial in some really bitey waveforms, you can actually dial this in. That surprised me. All right, next up is, on my list is a cool little polybrass sound. Program A106. Here we go. Very nice, cool, tranquil waveform. And again, like a very organic sounding bite. The effects section in DeepMind 12 has some things under the hood that none of these simple analog blocks that you can now have to pay $3,000 or $4,000 for. They have none of that. You know, there's TC electronic algorithmic stuff in there, really good choruses and flangers and tremolos and vibratos. You'll hear a whole bunch of these things in actions. Let's go to number 3. That is another monosynth, 107. Very nice and fat, very full. The next one is a cool brass sound, and that shows you some of the effect algorithms that are sitting in there. It's a very nice room reverb. I don't know if you would call it a plate. I would call it a room. Really good. That's B9, brass BC. Very cool. Let's move on to the next one. MARCATO brass 96. It's got a little more spunk on it. Also very thick and very organic. Really like this one. B103, warm horns. Oh, very good responding aftertouch, by the way. This is called Synth Waves, H84. This is a custom program that came about by playing around with the pitch of the second oscillator. Very sharp and stabby and bitey, really nice. Let's move to the next one, the G103. These are a few custom ones. Well, my favorite subject, the OBX brass. That's just really wonderful, warm in its own way. It's almost like what a TX synthesizer would do when you stack enough these modules on top of each other. But this thing just does it all by itself with one waveform. That's pretty impressive. Aha, mountain lead. Again, the effects section really shows off here, and also the very steep filtering. You know, it gets that smacky, brassy filtering down going on in the bass department. This was laid out as a solo sound, and I just transposed it down. It's a very fat bass sound. You know, watch out with that modulation wheel. Okay, what else? D16 is next. Very, very, very fat Mondo bass, D16. Let's see what that sounds like. This is very, very thick, beautiful, saturated, organic sounding synth bass, glide bass. Very nice. That was D16, the pig. That's what it's called. D25, tight brass pad. And these are our two last patches for tonight. Very cool. And the last pad, D38, another solo synth. Do you hear that effect section? Just beautiful, clear dissolving tails. So I'm impressed by with DeepMind 12. Okay, I hope this was useful for you guys to get an idea what DeepMind sounds like. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a lot more coming. Got a couple more products by Behringer I want to explore in my next videos. But for now, I hope this little dive into the mind of DeepMind was helpful for you guys. Please stay creative. Take a look at the description. There's a whole bunch of things that I'm offering, also one-on-one coaching and so forth on keyboard performance, etc. In the meantime, stay tuned for the next video. This is Stephan Oberhoff signing out. from the Creation Station East, right outside the gates of Nashville, Tennessee. Be well, stay healthy, stay creative. Peace.